Hey, what is going on everybody, and welcome to Fantasia. For today, we're going to be jumping into another session of Epic 7. Now today, got some more RTA for you guys, and as you can see, we're doing some backseat battling. Now, we have Adelaide on the left side, going up against Overlord Des on the right. Okay, so let us see how this match plays out. Lua and Solitaria, both control units, getting banned out from the left side, and we see ROL and Dien getting banned out on the right side. Okay, so C. Lilius now is taking this first pick. Oh, but we see the Lionheart Sermia and the Aravi, both very bulky units being picked out on the right side in response to this C. Lilius. But we see the Fire Tenebria and Roman getting picked out by Adelaide. Hey, I kind of like what I see. ML Kawazu though, oh, that's a pretty solid pick, not gonna lie, into these two AoE units. And ML Cowrick as well to provide the cleanse against both of their debuffs. Now the ball is back in Adelaide's court. Let's see what they can do with these last two picks. Gotta think carefully though, because against these top four units, you're gonna want some... Okay, there we go. Ludwig and Zaha getting picked out, very nicely drafted. Zio getting picked out as last pick for Overlord, and Ludwig and Zaha both pack quite a punch, right? They're gonna do quite a bit of damage into the Aravi or the Lionheart. So we're gonna see how this works. Zahak is going to be the one getting banned. Oh, don't underestimate that Ludwig though. But because Adelaide wants to take that turn one, have to ban out that Zio as a last pick. Yeah, gotta be careful now if you're playing with openers. Zio can always ruin your day. C. Lilius is going to take that turn one, and we're going to see this S3 coming out here, giving the vigor buff to the left side, as well as putting an attack down on the right side. So now, C. Lilius probably having to go for an S2 to avoid proccing that Lionheart Sermia, pushing back that ML Cowrick, making sure to cancel out his potential self-pushing cleanse. Okay, so we see the ML Kawazu, gonna go ahead and push himself up, healing as well with an immunity buff. Oh, but that Ludwig, unfortunately not able to strip that immunity and stun him, but the Tenebria gonna come out and actually finish him off. Everybody else is stunned on this team. Lionheart will be able to cleanse herself here because of this dual attack. This Tenebria is actually built with a ton of damage. You'll love to see it. Okay, but ML Cowrick is going to be able to cleanse himself here, and he's going to be able to pop that S3. Aravi has not moved yet, and neither has the Lionheart Sermia. So getting this attack buff up, stacked up with that defense buff on the Lionheart Sermia, we're going to see quite a bit of damage coming in. Unfortunately, though, all units now have immunity on them, so this Tenebria won't be able to land a defense break or anything of the sort. Alright, Roman is going to go ahead and strip here. He's going to turn all those buffs into poison. Oh, no, actually, hang on. That did not actually work out there. Perhaps I'm misremembering his skills, but he does do a full strip, and that is going to prove to be quite useful. Aravi's S3 not able to take out the Fire Tenebria here. Oh boy, and the stun coming out onto the Lionheart Sermia. So clutch. Now we're going to see this invincibility buffed Ludwig coming down, throwing lasers from his throne, cleaving the entire team here, and we're gonna see Lionheart Sermia going down to the Fire Tenebria. Oh boy, she's pushing herself up. As we can see, she's going to soul burn for that extra damage dealt on her S3. Can she finish off this Aravi? Is it gonna be enough? And it is. We're gonna see the Fire Tenebria taking this match. Ludwig with the overwhelming amounts of damage coming out on that left side. What a way to start things off. Okay, so now we have Pi Zuri on the left side going up against King Neptune. So let's see what these drafts are going to look like. entering the pre-ban phase. Now, the pre-ban phase is actually pretty important. I say that as we see Hirado and Jekt getting banned out on the left side. King Neptune, though, banning that Dian and the Rimuru. Dian is pretty strong as a unit in terms of buffing. She's kind of fallen off a little bit from last season because she no longer gets the 7-speed Soul Weaver buff. Now that speed buff goes to mages, and Rimuru is just, again, a very annoying all-around character to deal with. He can be very oppressive just by himself. But Paizuri going to go ahead and first pick a Sinful Angelica. That is something you love to see. King Neptune, though, coming out on the right with a Politis to stop that, or at least to counter this Angelica. Politis going to be able to deal some damage to the other units that Paizuri drafts if Angelica pops that S3. We're also going to see that Aeola get picked out on the right side, potentially stripping that Immortality deep buff on the Angelica, allowing the team to avoid extinction if King Neptune is going to be going down that route. Also prevents Angelica from dual attacking, which is, you know, a pretty decent thing to have. Acid getting picked out on the left side along with Peyra. Hey, those two units are really fast. We're going to see a lot of aggression coming out in the left. We're going to start to see King Neptune tank up, though, responding with a Fire Raz, or sorry, Adventure Raz, and an Ed. All three units are fire units, so if we see another ice unit get picked out here, it could potentially trap Neptune in this draft, which could be quite unfortunate. Though we see the Lionheart Sirmia coming in. Hey, that's actually pretty good because you can actually proc this Ed or the Politis on purpose to trigger Lionheart Sirmia and then deal massive amounts of damage into the team. We see Ruel is hovering in that last pick slot there, with the potential heal and the cleanse and the single target revive. Destina nowadays has a bit more value than Ruel does. Ruel's cooldowns are a bit long, and she can get punished pretty easily with a bunch of AoE attacks from the opponent. But we see a slight shift in mindset going to another light unit here. We got Sylvan Sage Vivian getting snatched up. So she can actually deal quite a bit of damage and sustain quite well against the team on the right. Seaside Bologna, though, is getting hovered over by King Neptune. Is that going to be locked in, though? It's quite a strange pick because there's a lot of debuffs, a lot of control that could be coming out on the left, right, in terms of Peyra. And Acid now actually can potentially debuff in his kit, too. So we'll see how this plays out. The bans are going to be coming in. Got a few more seconds for the players to choose. One has already made their selection. And so, I would say that the Lionheart probably gets banned out on the left side. And, oh yeah, there we go. Oh, Seaside Bologna actually getting banned out on the right side. Seaside Bologna would be pretty decent into the Sylvan Sage Vivian, I would say, but it's not a huge concern. But yeah, let's see how this plays out. So, Peyra going to be taking that first turn. Very fast build, we see. And actually, all the units, Acid, Angelica, all going to be going before King Neptune's entire team. Oh, but we see a counterattack coming out from this Politis here. Counter-resist Politis. So the Peyra was not able to stun. Acid going to be going for an S3. Going to be attacking this Aeola, who's also going to be resisting. Are these units all degen builds? Is that why they're all so slow? Alright, well, Angelica, is she gonna pop that S3? If not, she might be getting taken down. She only has 10k HP here. Alright, so there we go. She goes ahead and pops that S3, triggering that Politis, and we're gonna see not a ton of damage come in, but the control aspect that Politis has in her kit is definitely kicking it up a notch, and we're gonna see the Sylvan Sage Vivian getting stunned, so she's not even able to take a turn here. Oh, the Unbuffables coming out along with the blind debuff. Okay, and now Aola is going to strip some of the buffs off of the opponent's team. Acid still maintains his evasion, and we're going to see the Roz attack the Silver Sage Vivian. Oh, the defense break coming in as well. Vivian is looking like she is in a bit of trouble. Ed coming in with the S3, attacking that Vivian. Is this going to take her down? It is, even though she had focus left for her passive to mitigate some of the damage. Acid is going to be taking this turn, going to be attacking that Politis. Oh, how unlucky the Politis is going to be countering again. Even though it missed, a little bit of chip damage here and there could add up for sure. Now, the Peyra is going to take her turn. Ed still has immunity. Oh my god, this 100% counter rate Politis. Right? The Ed still has immunity though. It's going to be wearing off here. Last turn would have been a good turn to start chipping Ed down a little bit when he could not get debuffed and cannot counterattack. But we're going to start to see Singelica utilize her dual attacks here. Oh, and as we see, here we go, as I was mentioning just now, Ed getting defense broken by that Acid and retaliating with some equivalent exchange. Now, Ra's going to go ahead and defense buff the whole team, healing himself up, dealing some AoE damage, chipping away at all the units on Zuri's side. Acid is now going to go, and who is he going to go after, though? Unfortunate. No defense breaks landed onto that Politis. And we see Aola chipping away at the Acid in return, and is going to be able to finish him off here. And now Peyra, yeah, I don't think this is going to be it. Peyra into Ed is definitely not what you are looking for. RNL proccing on that Peyra, and looks like she's just on a mission to take herself down. So Ed gonna be going for the equivalent exchange, taking Singelica down pretty low. Yeah, there's no way that this Peyra is gonna make it in this match against both of these units, the Politis and the Ed. So Ra's chipping down that Peyra, and we're gonna see the Singelica take a turn. She's gonna go after the Ed. Oh, unfortunately, the equivalent exchange gonna dispel that attack down from the Singelica. But hey, this is a pretty decent time to be going and attacking Ed since he's already counterattacked, right? He has to take another turn to reset that equivalent exchange. So, Soulburn on the Ed yet again, coming in onto the Peyra. There's a miss, unfortunately, and it's not going to take her down. Alright, she's going for a Soulburn S1, stunning that Politis. It looks like some hostage gaming action coming out here. Ed, though, making quick work of this Peyra with a crit on that dual attack with A-Roz, and a follow-up crit as well, saying no, 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 no more time. That's going to be wasted. Not on my watch. Well played to both players. On the left side, we have Muzai, and on the right side, we have Lucena Fanboy, gonna be facing off against each other. Now, both players seem to have been playing RTA this season. We've got Muzai ranking in Masters. Lucena Fanboy already climbed up to Champion. Okay, so now, let's see what happens in draft. Lucena Fanboy gonna pan out the Aether and the Butcher Corpse. And on the left side we see Lua and see Lilius getting banned out. So two pretty strong openers actually. A lot of debuffs are now off the table. First pick, a Ravi. Okay, Lucena Fanboy looks like he's going for a quick sweep here with Ron picked out with a Politis as well. Seems like it would be a good time for Zio to come in and show off his new kit, right? Being able to take the first turn, potentially pushing back the Ron. Might actually end up being a force ban, but hey, he is a relatively new character. Not everyone might have gotten him in the summons, and not everyone might have actually been interested in pulling him either. FCC going to be taken out as a second pick on Muzai's side, and we're going to see a hover over a Ruel. Quite interesting because Ron and Politis are both AoE units. There's going to be a lot of AoE damage that's going to be coming in on the right side, and we don't know if Ruel can actually keep up. Flan is going to get picked out along with BBK. Oh, that's a really interesting pick for a cleave unit, but hey, I'm okay with that for sure. Senya is going to get picked out on the left side, hoping to survive with some anti-crit shenanigans. Aola as well is being hovered as an option. Could be pretty good in terms of mitigating some damage with her skill null, but also would end up being quite a hindrance because Politis exists on Lucena Fanboy's side. Rimuru, though, is getting hovered as a last pick option. Could be strong, preventing Ron from going for that S2, which opens the door for Senya to get an AoE provoke onto all the units on the right side. Okay, got a few seconds left to choose here, and it looks like Ed is going to be a pick. That is actually a pretty decent last pick there, so good on him. Lucena Fanboy opting to go for a Summertime Iseria as a last pick on his side, and that's pretty solid. Okay, Summertime Iseria and Ed getting banned out on either side, so the last picks ended up being the casualties. We see the first four versus the first four kind of be quite a strong match for both of these players, right? We've got a lot of bulk on the left side, and on the right side we have just BBK, right? Just staring down these four tanky units. Now, Ron Ken Solburn here, gonna go ahead and do so, hopefully landing some defense breaks on everybody. Proof of Valor, A. Ravi, not gonna be able to self-cleanse here. Oh, and hitting the Senya too, this Ron, landing all 8 debuffs, 4 defense breaks, and 4 stigmas. And the Politis coming in, punishing that Senya's S2, and now the Politis probably gonna end up ripping this S3 here, and because everyone is already debuffed, there's no reason for Flan to go for the defense break on her S3. Can actually just push up this BBK for a ton of damage. Politis gonna be taking out that FCC, and we're gonna see, oh, is this gonna be it? BBK with an attack and crit damage buff against 3 defense broken units. Is this Lucena Fanboy's signature style cleave team? It is indeed. Not even Senya could survive that onslaught. So there you have it. Well played to Lucena Fanboy. So it looks like we have a mirror match with Lionheart Surmia avatars on both sides. Charm Book on the left going up against Minus on the right. Love the cat ears actually on the left side there. Been catching my eye and I quite like it. So Charm Book rocking the Abyss 7 guild representing, and also on the global server. Minus from Club Anubis, also repping global. Both players in the pre-ban phase gonna be choosing who they don't want to fight. We see 2 cleansers on here actually, DJB and ML Calric, and also 2 very strong supportive light units. We got C. Lilius and Arwell getting banned out. FCC gonna be picked up by Charm Book, even though Arwell was banned. Fulfilling similar roles here. FCC very strong with her mitigation, her barriers at the start of the battle, and her subsequent barriers on the units with the lowest HP after each of her turns. But Minus coming out with his signature Aiden pick, and she can actually pack quite a punch, especially into something like this FCC here. So we'll see who she ends up targeting with her S3. Now Diane gonna come out with this support for Aiden. Anti-crit buff is very good to go along with Aiden's evasion. So once you go through the evasion check, you then have to go through an anti-crit check. And the attack buff can actually help Aiden quite a bit in terms of her damage output. Lionheart Surmia going to be coming out though, and yeah, that is going to be tough, right? Aiden can actually counter-attack, and that might not be good for Charm Book, because Lionheart Surmia can rip through the defenses on Minus's side. But hey, maybe Minus doesn't care, because Ed is getting picked out, and so is A-Raz. Spectre Tenebria now is on the left side, and we see A. Ravi as well. Okay, so 2 hyper DPS carries along with Lionheart. A very tanky team on the left side, along with Shu. Hey, that's a good pick into the Ed. A. Ravi and Shu are both decent into Ed actually. But we're going to see the Senya get banned out because Shu was picked, and the Lionheart Surmia goes bye-bye. Minus does not want to deal with that. So Aiden and Ed The Ed is actually quite a strange pick, I would say. Yeah, given that only Spectre Tenebria and FCC can actually trigger Ed's equivalent exchange. But Dian's gonna pop that S3, anti-crit buff on everybody along with an attack buff. FCC gonna pop that S3, putting skill nullifier up on the team. Oh, but Aiden's gonna be countering here, destroying those skill nulls and actually stripping some of those immunity buffs. Pretty good, along with the I think barriers on some units as well there. Aiden now gonna rip that S3. She's attack buff. She is ready to go. Who's she gonna slam it into? Into the A-Ravi! Oh, that is gonna deal quite a bit of damage. 19k is very, very strong. Shu's gonna pop that S3. Everyone is invincible though, thanks to Aiden's S3. And yeah, now the Spectre Tenebria takes the turn. What is she gonna be able to do? Aiden does have the immunity buff, so even if she gets hit, which she does not, the miss comes in, dealing enough damage to actually trigger A-Roz's gigantic barrier. So this is going to protect Aiden from further hits that could potentially take her out. Not going to stop the A-Ravi from hitting her though, and this Ed is going to soul burn his S3, going to the A-Ravi. And we're going to see a bunch of damage come out, finishing her off actually, going through the anti-crit buff. Looks like that is a lie. But you know what else is a lie? The fact that Shu has a pretty low chance to counterattack. I believe it's 20% chance if an ally is hit. But as we can see already, yeah, that rate is quite a lie. Shu though with full focus bars can rip an S2 into this Ed, and we see anti-crit buff failing to proc yet again here. So Dian is going to be healing, sustaining the Ed that's on the right side. Seems like Ed's been doing good work in terms of tanking the damage that is coming in, saving this Aiden from taking too much and getting chipped down. So FCC coming out on the left side, taking her turn. She has unbuffable on her, so that means she won't be getting a barrier from herself at the end of the turn, which is quite unfortunate. But 100% provoke on her S1. Unfortunately, Dian has too much resistance. FCC is not going to be able to land that provoke. The Spectre Tenebria is going to be taking a turn, soul burning here. That S1 going to hit that Aiden. It's a miss, unfortunately, and we're going to see another hit come out. Oh, equivalent exchange though, hitting that Ed. Quite unfortunate. We can see Ed taking down one of those units, and there we go. Charm Book is now on the back end. Ed is soul burning his S3 yet again. Gonna go for a hit onto that Shu if Shu gets taken out, and it's gonna be over. Alright, so we see the Dian again chipping away at the Shu. She's counterattacking. Ed's dual attack didn't manage to actually take her out. She gets to have another chance at redemption here. Is it going to work? That S2 healing up a little bit, but Ed with the defense buff and the mitigation from the A-Roz is not going to be enough. So Shu is going to go down for the count against this Ed. And we see the Dian now able to freely cycle her buffs, replenishing the anti-crit right before Spectre's turn. And so we're going to see a Charm Book concede to minus in this match. Alright, so we see Sei coming out on the left side, going against Bobu on the right. The battle shall commence against these two players. This is a match I've actually been waiting to see for a while. I think it could be quite entertaining. Didn't get to catch who has the first pick here, but we see Green Lots and Corvus getting banned out, Ron and Bellion getting banned out on the right side. Uh-oh, are we gonna see some level 5 units getting picked? No, we're not. Babu is not going down that route here, but he does actually have a level 5 Zeo, so Babu, if you're watching this video, you better get on it and build him up, because he's pretty solid. Just saying. See Lilius though getting picked out on the right side, providing a lot of utility for the team, right? Vigor buff, being able to put barriers, push people back, dual attacks reliably every single turn. Yeah, she has a very solid kit. A-Roz and ML Cowrick getting picked out on the left. Okay. A-Roz also pretty reliable in terms of dual attacking and kind of has a mini Vigor buff of his own with a defense buff. Vigor, of course, buffing attack along with defense, just to a lesser degree. ML Cowrick providing some of the cleanse against this Sea Lilius is actually pretty good. Spectre Tenebria and Rimuru getting picked out on the right side. Huh. Both very neutral picks, very strong as well, because Belling is banned, right? Spectre Tenebria is a very safe pick. So, we'll see how this goes. Right, Sei is thinking quite hard here. He has about 30 seconds left, just under, to make his decisions. Oh, but we're gonna see this is like the Emperor comp, right? This is what I like to call the Emperor comp. You turtle up and you tank down. So ML Cowrick is providing the cleanse, Destina is providing sustain, A-Roz providing mitigation, and now you just need 2 hyper carry DPSs. Lionheart Surmia is definitely one of them. Gonna be able to punish that Rimuru and that Sea Lilius on Babu's side. A Tywin coming in though, hey, that is something you don't see every day. Yeah, this A Tywin could potentially start stunning everything on Sei's side if the ML Cowrick gets banned. So we're gonna start to see some pocket picks come out from Babu's side near the end here. Who is gonna get snatched up as well? Are we gonna see DN for some form of sustain on the team? That would help round out his draft quite well. Oh no, but we're gonna see Light Aiden getting picked out here. Okay, that's gonna be pretty good. She's reliable in terms of being able to stay alive with her evasion, and she packs quite a punch with her S3 with some pretty decent chip damage on her S1 as well. Sei though, getting the last pick of the match. What is he gonna go for here? Oh, and Ed! What a nice little pick here. Pretty good to see Lilius, the Rimuru, and the A Tywin. And we're gonna see the Aiden getting banned out along with the A-Roz. Okay, both protagonists going down here. So let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. Okay, so Sea Lilius though taking the first turn. ML Cowrick not too far behind, gonna be able to cleanse this attack down, but that's quite alright. Okay, Sea Lilius now gonna go for a S2, not wanting to trigger that Lionheart Surmia. Gonna push her back so she takes the turn a bit later. Right, so the ML Cowrick now gets to take the turn. Could cleanse the team, but also maybe not, right? Maybe you just leave the Lionheart provoked and you leave the Ed with a debuff on him so that if anything accidentally hits him, then you get to trigger your equivalent exchange. And that's exactly what Sei is going to do. ML Cowrick just opting to go for an S1, pushing Destina up. Destina's S1 as well. Going to proc the Analyze from Rimuru. Now, the Analyze is actually going to be quite huge. Whoa, look at that damage coming out from that Rimuru. This S3 could hurt quite a bit because he's going to be taking that defense buff and the resistance buff from this Lionheart Surmia. It can hurt a lot here. Right, we're gonna see, oh, look at that damage, and the splash coming in, one-shotting the Lionheart Surmia. Quite unfortunate. The Spectre Tenebria gonna be going for a Soul Burn, attacking that Destina, wanting to take her out so that she cannot actually revive this Lionheart Surmia. So the Spectre is going to go. Is this going to finish her off? It is! Oh, and she gets taken down. Both Ed and the ML Cowrick are defense broken now. Sei seems to be on the back end here. Going for an S3 into the Rimuru. And now the Sea Lilius is going to be taking the turn, hitting the ML Cowrick. Oh, the Ed getting hit while he has a defense break. The equivalent exchange not going to be able to cleanse that one there. Okay, not in time at least. So he's going to heal up a little bit, get a barrier. Equivalent exchange now proccing from the A Tywin. Hey, this could actually be pretty good. Ed is sustaining quite well and healing. Spectre Tenebria going to attack. Equivalent exchange, but unfortunately, I don't think he can do this. He didn't have another counter because he didn't take another turn right after. So he's going to get chipped down by the Sea Lilius and the A Tywin. well, that's well played to Bulbu in this match. Alright, and that is gonna do it for today, guys. So thank you so much for watching this video. I really do appreciate it. If you enjoyed it, please leave a like, subscribe for more Epic 7 content, and leave a comment down below. Let me know what I can do to improve. And until next time, take care.